Alright guys, how are you doing? This is going to be a continuation of my previous video talking about the BlockFi hack, and there's more stuff. I have to make like more videos about BlockFi or whatever, but this video is going to be just me reading the incident report. So yeah, let's go read it now. So it says on May 14th, 2020, so 5 days after they sent out that email. Let's see their blog post. Maybe they posted on their blog sooner than when they sent their email out. Okay, what I see, they don't have anything on their blog. Yeah, they have one on May 18th, be the front line, how to keep yourself safe from cyber attacks, but they don't talk about what happened, anything sooner. They actually have this, how to keep yourself safe, came out on their blog before the email was sent out. So I'll read that. Maybe that does touch on this, but I'll read that later. So this BlockFi incident report on May 14th, 2020, BlockFi experienced a temporary data breach that exposed some BlockFi client data. We promptly discovered the root cause and stopped the unauthorized intrusion into our systems. We wanted to provide a deeper look at what happened and what we've done to prevent this type of incident going forward. We are committed to always providing transparent and clear communication. So I guess the interview that I watched where he said that he doesn't want to talk about some stuff or whatever, there was actually more that they'll talk about, but I don't know why he was saying that on the interview, why he was saying that there was some stuff that he wasn't prepared to talk about, or made it seem that way just by saying that like he's not prepared or ready to talk about some stuff about it or whatever. So maybe there's more. It seems like there's more to it that he's not talking about, because why else would he say that? Anyway, May 14th incident. From approximately 7:17 UTC to 8:43 UTC, so like an hour and a half. Somewhere else he said an hour. So maybe that's just semantics. May 14, 2020, a BlockFi employee's phone number was breached and utilized by an unauthorized party to access a portion of BlockFi's encrypted back office system. This type of breach is commonly referred to as a SIM port. So this is when like someone calls into say AT&T and has like some of your account information, some of your personal information, and tries to get a new SIM card issued with your phone number to them. So they have a SIM number that's activated in your account, and they pretend to be you to obtain this. That's what happened. This unauthorized third party was able to do this by obtaining unauthorized access to the employee's phone and email via a cell phone network vulnerability. So this wasn't someone that the person whose phone was hacked knew. This seems like it was an issue, cell phone network vulnerabilities, so an issue on like AT&T or Sprint or Verizon's side. Maybe it was the same. I'll talk about this a little bit later. Maybe it was like AT&T, like I said, giving out information to someone, social engineering type stuff. Based on the unauthorized third party's actions, it appears that the perpetrator attempted to make unauthorized withdrawals of client funds using the BlockFi platform. So this person did have more malicious incentives or more malicious things, but was unsuccessful in doing so. More malicious things than just taking information. He wanted to take clients' funds. However, the unauthorized third party was able to access BlockFi's client information, typically used by BlockFi for retail marketing purposes throughout the duration of this incident. So I also wonder now, say that like, so they were able to get name as listed on the account. So in the USA, you have to use your real name to make an account. So name, email address, date of birth, physical address as listed on the account, and activity history. I wonder if these things are make it able for if this information that they got makes it able for, say, me and my information to be used for the same SIM swap attack. So that would be another thing that makes this more dangerous than BlockFi is leading on to believe. All right, so every action the authorized third party took with respect to our systems was logged, and BlockFi was able to confirm that no funds, passwords, social security numbers, tax identification numbers, passports, licenses, bank account information, nor similar non-public identification information was exposed as a result of the incident. So then it goes on to list like the stuff that was and wasn't taken. So what I wanted to bring up about this SIM swap attack that they're claiming was a cell phone network vulnerability. So there's cases like this already. There was a guy, I forget, I think he's suing for like $26 million or that he lost, and 500 million claim damages or whatever. I forget the numbers, but, and I think there's multiple people suing, I think it's AT&T, because some kids in New York were able to perform SIM swap attacks on this guy and multiple guys and get their cell phone information. And what happens when you do that, then you can reset two-factor authentication. Say that your two-factor is sent to send you the two-factor code via text. Well, then that, instead of you getting it to your phone, the person who SIM swapped will get it to their phone in their physical location, and you won't get notified at all. So with the SIM swap attacks, AT&T is fighting tooth and nail against these people that are claiming damages from AT&T for allowing this to happen. I don't know what the outcome of those cases will be, but if BlockFi gets damages from this, and BlockFi's clients have funds stolen as well, it's going to be hard. It's going to be a fight for them to recoup damages from the cell phone network provider. They're going to have to pour in a lot of time and money and energy into fighting this, because, like I said, AT&T is fighting tooth and nail with these other cases. So let's see. Response. In response to this incident, BlockFi took the following actions to eliminate this vulnerability. Security updates to BlockFi's system, which enable us to further limit employee access to information used for retail marketing purposes. Security updates to employee mobile phones that further prevent risk of hacking. We detail some of the steps that you can take to protect yourself from this type of hack in the report, in the bottom of this report. So maybe there is stuff to do to prevent this. Right now, the only thing that I know of that can help prevent this is to have a family plan and have have your mom or dad and you on the family plan, but the account be in your mom and dad's name. This way, if someone finds out that you have cryptocurrency and knows your name and your information and all that, well, they're also going to need to know your mom and dad or whoever is the account holder's information as well. So I'm interested to see what they recommend against this. Enhanced security audits and penetration testing. Upgrades to our incident response protocol trigger faster lockdown times in the event of a breach. I wonder too how they actually know, because it would seem like it's your actual employee getting this, accessing your system because it's coming from their cell phone or whatever, unless they're accessing the site from a different IP address. So maybe they're whitelisting IPs from their employees so that no one that doesn't have a whitelisted IP can access that type of back-end office information. What's next? Due to the nature of this information that was leaked, we do not believe that there is an immediate risk to BlockFi clients or company funds. There probably isn't an immediate risk. Like I said, it's people coming to your house and all this other stuff. Your account, funds, passwords, and non-public information are secure, and no BlockFi client or company funds were impacted as a result of this incident. Over the next few weeks, you may experience an increased quantity of security checks in the withdrawal process from our platform due to extra precautions. Throughout the pandemic, we have seen an increase in hacking and phishing attempts aimed at both the company and individuals. We recommend that you take the following steps to help secure your personal accounts from this type of vulnerability. Turn 2FA on both for your BlockFi accounts and your personal devices. We have instructions here. For Gmail, we recommend removing personal emails and cell phone numbers from for device confirmation. Instead, use an authenticator app to push notifications, or push notifications which are much more secure. So that's using something like Authy or Google Authenticator instead of using, like I said, two-factor, sending a text message code to you, which is good. Turn whitelisting on at BlockFi. We have instructions here. We recommend this action even if you do not have a whitelisted address. At this time, anytime you wish to withdraw, you will have to add a new whitelisted address, which will trigger a 72-hour hold. This means that all withdrawals are or will be subject to a 72-hour hold in addition to our standard 1 business day security hold. This significantly reduces risk of being impacted by a bad actor. So I guess you'll get like an email notification, and instead of having 1 day to respond to it, maybe it ends up in your spam folder or something. You'll have 4 days to respond to it. I'm going to look on their website now and see what they mean by whitelisted address, if they mean that as IP address or what. Okay, so this address thing is you can only withdraw to whitelisted cryptocurrency addresses. So say that you have a specific Bitcoin address. It's not IP address whitelisting or anything like that. Over the coming days, we'll be focused on answering your questions and continuing to provide clear and transparent communication. How do I reach you? So that is your FAQ. Why do you believe there is no immediate risk to my BlockFi funds? And what about credit cards and bank accounts? Yeah, like I said, I'll gloss over this off camera and come back. But like I said, I don't think there's an immediate risk to anyone's BlockFi funds, as long as they're using like the Google Authenticator Authy app, and the whitelisting is good as well. I don't think there's an immediate risk to your BlockFi funds either. So they're also saying that with the information that they got, they can't take out credit or open bank accounts in your name, because that requires like social security card numbers and driver's license information and whatever to open that type of stuff. They also recommend a free annual credit report at annualcreditreport.com. How do you know exactly what actions the intruder took with respect to systems? They say that they have monitors and logs that log all activity. Is there anything I need to do? While you're not strictly required to do so, given the heightened amount of phishing and hacking attempts in the last few weeks, we recommend you turn on 2FA for all of your devices. So they don't really mean all of your devices. They mean turn on 2FA for all of your accounts. So whenever you make a new account anywhere, you need to turn on 2FA and use Google Authenticator or Authy or application, an app for two-factor. And they say we do not recommend using SMS texting as a two-factor method. We also recommend activating whitelisting on your thing. Yep. What steps has BlockFi taken to prevent? So that was already touched on above. How do you know if social security and other information wasn't exposed? Every action the unauthorized third party took with respect to our systems was logged, and we were able to verify the full extent of the attack, as well as confirm that no funds, passwords, social security numbers, tax numbers, and blah, blah, blah were exposed as a result of the information, as a result of the incident. So I guess maybe they have this other information stored separately. And like they said, and I guess they probably have, because they were saying this was information that was stolen that was typically used for marketing. They probably have information separated in their systems. Are my funds safe? Your funds were not misappropriated during the breach. No funds, passwords, blah, blah, blah. What information was compromised? We already know that. What can I do to protect myself? One thing that they say is frequently update your password as well. In this, but everything else. So delete my account, but had previous history used our service. That's kind of weirdly worded, but it says, as a registered money service business, BlockFi is subject to record keeping requirements under the Bank Secrecy Act. Because of that, we're unable to delete your account at this time. So what they're saying is like you can't delete your account because whatever, in case you wanted to do that to mitigate any risk that you may be worried about. Update my email address ASAP. So in order to proceed with this request, so I guess they're allowing you to update your email address used for this as well, which I may do, because like I said, mine was linked to my Facebook account. So even though I don't use that Facebook account anymore, I should fix that. Why should I turn on 2FA on my personal email? When additional security items outside my BlockFi, what additional security items should I take? So that's the last thing. It just says you should always be using 2FA outside a party. Once you do this, if you have any, yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's the incident report. I feel like I just kind of rushed through and spoke like super fast about everything, but so the other thing that I thought of that you could do is add a PIN or a password to your account, your cell phone network account. Make sure that that PIN or password is different than your debit card PIN or your password that you use for everything. Don't use the same password for everything. That's stupid. What I do, I have a different password for every single account that I have, like 300 and something different passwords that are just like random letters and numbers and characters and all that. And yeah, I use LastPass to manage all of that. And then I also have a backup encrypted spreadsheet for all that too. So yeah, if you put a PIN or a password on your account, your cell phone network account, then that person would also need your so that person would also need the PIN and password to make changes to your account and to do the SIM swap attack and whatever. Another thing that I thought of is using, I know there's like apps that give you like a free number that you can text from or whatever. I did notice with my Google Voice number at least, there's websites that don't let you use those numbers for two-factor authentication. You need to use your actual cell phone number for them. What I was thinking was that, you can have like multiple virtual cell phone numbers or whatever from these apps and whatever. This way you can spread it out even more. This way, say that someone gets into your AT&T account and does a SIM swap. They don't have your two-factor from your virtual phone number from I don't even know like the names of any of these apps or services or whatever, but you guys get what I'm saying. That's it. I kind of want to edit these videos and get them up. I have like a ton of other stuff to do. So take care, guys. Thank you and goodbye.